Hello guys and welcome back. Welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies. And you know what? In today's video, at the time I'm recording this video, there's really nothing new coming out for Star Wars. And I got to thinking about it and I really just want to talk about it. I really just want to talk about my entire feelings towards Star Wars, my entire history of Star Wars, and pretty much my entire opinion with Star Wars. Now, you see, last year I did actual reviews for Star Wars the movies 1 through episode 9. So if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty on my opinion on these films, you can go ahead and watch those videos. But as for my general opinion on these movies, I'll just give you that in this video. After, of course, episode 6, I got to watch episode 1. What were my thoughts of that? And my thoughts still pretty much stand. So, I actually really enjoyed little Annie and the pod racing scene. I thought the pod racing scene was so fun. It looked like a roller coaster ride. I wanted to be in there. I wanted to hop in my pod racer and race around the track with Annie. I wanted that so bad as a kid. But to be honest with you, there's nothing in that movie that made me interested. Now, Darth Maul is a bad version of Darth Vader to me. At least at this point, when episode 1 came out, he was silent, he was in the movie way too less, and there was nothing but a scary looking face. And that's the difference between Darth Maul and Darth Vader. Darth Maul had a scary looking face. Darth Vader had a scary looking, expressionless mask. Darth Maul looked like he was angry the entire thing, and I had no connection with him. For some reason, I had a connection with Darth Vader. I can't explain it. Something about that emotionless mask made me connect with this character. I can't explain it. But yeah, Darth Maul, no. He died in episode 1. And, if he stayed alive, I probably would have ended up liking him more. Now, I know I'm going to get kind of a lot of slack for that. The fact is, that's the way I looked at Darth Maul when I first saw him. And then they brought him back in the Clone Wars. And now, this is incredible. You took my absolute worst character. I hated this character. This character was a Darth Vader wannabe. I never connected to the guy. Just something about Darth Vader without his backstory, just that mask, it perplexed me, and it made me want to know more. Darth Maul was just a scary looking face that I had no interest in. You took this character and brought him back, and when I heard that they were going to bring him back, I was like, okay, no, just do something else. But they brought him back in the Clone Wars. And my God, to this day, I cannot thank George Lucas enough for that decision. I didn't care about the expanded universe. I did not care about this character. But then you brought him back in the Clone Wars, and you gave him an actual character. You gave him a reason to be Darth Maul. You gave him a reason to fight, to become a new faction in the war. And from his fear of Sidious, his hatred of Obi-Wan, and his place in the Star Wars universe, Darth Maul has become one of the best examples of how you can take a not so good character and make it one of the best characters in the series. Sure, he looks cool. He looks like a demon or whatever. I had no interest in him, but I love Darth Maul because of the Clone Wars, and Rebels did a really good job on him too. Now, I wish he had more of a, and I'll talk about more when we get to Solo. I wish I had more of him in the Solo movie. I wish he was actually the villain of the Solo movie, because he is a cool character nowadays. But when he first came out, yeah, no, I didn't want anything to do with him. He died. I don't really care for the Master of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't really care for Obi-Wan mean Anakin. They really had no relationship in that movie at all. And Episode 1 is definitely a bad movie. Now it's definitely not the worst, but I did not like Episode 1 at all. Now you get to Episode 2, and what can I say? Bad dialogue. The real problem is, so people were able to say no, and because people were able to say no to George Lucas, and share ideas and experiences and thoughts on ways to make the show, that's why we had such great story with episodes, the others, 4, 5, and 6, the original trilogy. The thing is, great story is great story, but you can still have bad dialogue. So what could make the story better is someone goes, okay, you know what, that's a great story, bad dialogue, let's change a little bit of the dialogue so it fits the story better. No one did that to George Lucas with the prequels. Aside from the creepy, cringe-worthy dialogue, I love Episode 2. I love Episode 2. I love Anakin Skywalker. I love how Padme fell in love with him. And while no, Episode 2 is far from my favorite, Episode 6 is my favorite, far better. Episode 2, it really tells a story, a tragic story of Anakin Skywalker. You understand, and I even as a kid understood why he would turn bad, why a hero would turn bad. And this is, when I was such a young kid, I didn't have such... Hi, in the middle of ending this video, I say in verse. Well, what the heck? Why did I say in verse? I meant I didn't have in-depth thoughts when I was a kid about Star Wars. What's in verse mean? I don't know. Back to Ain. See ya. Verse thoughts about like I do now, but I loved this about Star Wars. It's why I got into storytelling. It's why whenever I criticize something, it's always about story, because it's the best part. Characters and stories, and Star Wars still. I love Episode 2 because of what it did for the character of Anakin Skywalker. And Obi-Wan Kenobi for that reference. I mean, Obi-Wan Kenobi is a great character. Great character. Now, I got to see with my mom. No, I don't think my mom was there, but definitely with my little sister and my dad. My mom might have been there, I'm not sure. She doesn't like Star Wars, so definitely with my dad and sister. We got to see, on the night it came out, not the exact night it came out, like maybe a couple days later, but we got to see in the theaters. This was the first time I went to the theater for anything. I got to see Star Wars Episode 3, and I was like maybe, I don't know, 9. I absolutely love Episode 3. There's nothing bad I can say about Episode 3. I understand why a lot of people don't like Episode 3. There's nothing I can say bad about the film. However, if I was to change one thing, I wish there was a scene and they're talking about the idea of what Anakin would name the children. Like, Anakin could have gone, oh, if I had a girl, I would name it Leia. And then Padme could have been, okay, but if I had a boy, I want to name it Luke or something like that. And they agree on those names, you know? I wish there was a scene in there like that. But other than that, I have nothing bad to say about Episode 3 at all. Okay, so after that, what was there left for me, you know? I got into Star Wars at the end of Star Wars. Potentially at the moment. In my next video, we'll of course discuss my thoughts on the Clone Wars, and of course, eventually we'll get to the sequels and what are my thoughts on the Disney trilogy, the Disney timeline when it comes to Star Wars. We'll talk about all of that in my upcoming videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye.